And you notice on that property, there's not a lot of change in elevation. So, which is kind of a lot of different from some of the lake properties that have a steep drop to the lake. This one was a little different, probably actually a little bit nicer to think about. It's a nice flat walking surface out to the lake, but the water table was a little bit high there. So we ended up going with slab construction on this home. So, which means the foundation goes in, about 4 feet into the ground. The home is actually built on a concrete slab, which is actually kind of nice. I mean, it eliminates the need for a lot of changes in elevation in your floor, which eliminates a lot of steps. You can even eliminate some of those decks and do concrete patios. It's a really convenient way to access the exterior and move through the home without having a floor system. And then a lot of people heat that slab too, which makes it a very comfortable heat, a very comfortable floor, because now your feet are warm. It's a much more even heat throughout that home. So, slab construction on this home, which is becoming more and more common in a lot of our homes.
Speaking of heat, they actually had geothermal on that property.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that's one of those things that you can't represent too well on a tour.
Sure.
Everything's underground,
right?
And in the mechanicals. But I thought that was pretty cool to see that they were using that as a heat source. With a slab construction and eliminating all the steps, while those two play hand in hand very nicely, you can still eliminate steps even if you don't have a slab, right? So
correct.
Touch on that a little bit. Let's say someone wanted a full basement.
Oh yeah, full basement. I mean, simply we just raised the foundation in the other areas like the garage. So there's a seamless no step from the garage to the house. So yeah, there's certainly other ways to do it when you have a full basement. This just makes it much more natural, I guess, with slab construction.
Makes your outdoor space a little more flat to your yard, right? Where if you're out there on the deck, the kids can still be playing in the yard, and there's not steps to get down from the deck, which you would have in like a walkout basement or even a standard basement. You'd have some steps.
Right.
Where when you're on a slab like that, you're much more level with the yard and stuff.
And while we're talking steps, let's not overlook that full log stair going up to the loft. Isn't that cool to be able to see through that? Have the full log stringers, the half log treads.
Yep.
And then it had those heavy metal tread supports.
Yep.
And that tied in really well with the railing that they used.
Yeah, it did. It did.
And those brackets are custom made by us, designed for our full log stringers and half log treads. But like you said, blends well with that. I think they went with the gas piping spindles and kind of railing system within there. Looked pretty sweet. And then you can bring that theme through the rest of the house too.
And we saw it continue into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Because that's what supported some of the open shelving that we had in there. And even those pots and pans that were hanging in the kitchen as well. Right. There was quite a bit going on in the kitchen.
There was, yeah.